The outbreak of World War II was driven by various factors and involved significant leaders and shifting alliances. The seeds of the war were planted even before its actual commencement. The aftermath of World War I saw Germany losing territories to Poland and France. This loss fueled Adolf Hitler's rise to power as he aimed to regain those territories. Joining the National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly known as the Nazi Party, Hitler pursued his political ambitions. In 1931, Japan, having built a formidable military and air force, initiated aggressive actions by attacking Korea and China. Taking advantage of the ongoing Chinese Civil War, Japan occupied extensive territories. Disturbingly, a unit known as Unit 731 conducted cruel biological and chemical experiments on Chinese civilians without anesthesia, emphasizing the extent of Japan's actions. Meanwhile, in 1933, Hitler legally ascended to the position of Chancellor of Germany and swiftly transformed the nation into a dictatorship. Dictatorial regimes were also prevalent in other countries during this time, such as Italy under Mussolini and the Soviet Union under Joseph Stalin. In direct violation of the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler initiated the militarization of Germany, substantially bolstering its army and air force. He proceeded to annex Austria and parts of Czechoslovakia in 1938, ultimately incorporating his birth country, Austria, as a part of Germany. During this period, Germany also formed separate non-aggression pacts with Italy and Japan. The focus of Hitler's territorial ambitions turned towards Poland, which had defensive pacts with France and Britain. On September 1, 1939, Germany, together with the Soviet Union, launched an invasion of Poland, thus igniting the flames of the World War II. The Soviet Union had its own motivations for attacking Poland and swiftly occupied the country, dividing it between themselves. Britain and France, having warned Germany to withdraw its forces from Poland, declared war when Germany failed to comply. The conflict escalated as Germany went on to invade and conquer Denmark, Norway, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Simultaneously, the Soviet Union expanded its reach, taking control of smaller countries like Finland and the Baltic states. Italy, honoring its pacts with Germany, joined the war by attacking France. In a rapid offensive, Germany conquered France within 46 days in 1940. The Battle of Britain, a massive air campaign, ensued near Dunkirk, resulting in the destruction of approximately 1,600 German and 1,000 British aircrafts. In 1940, Japan, Germany, and Italy formed the Axis powers, while Britain, France, Yugoslavia, China, and Greece became the Allied powers. Later on, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Romania joined the Axis powers, while the United States and the Soviet Union joined the Allied powers. Japan's attack on the United States' Pearl Harbor in 1941 prompted the United States to enter the war. Similarly, Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union was driven by Hitler's desire to acquire agricultural lands. Although Germany initially made significant progress and reached Moscow, the harsh winters and the determined Soviet resistance halted their advance. The Soviets successfully defended Moscow and prevented the Germans from moving forward. Throughout the war, these nations also maintained colonies in Africa and Asia. Britain made substantial gains against Italy in the African campaign, and despite German assistance to the Italian forces, they were eventually defeated. The Allied powers captured Italy in 1943, leading to the removal and arrest of Mussolini. On the Eastern Front in 1944, the Soviet Union successfully pushed Germany entirely out of its borders. The Allies managed to reclaim almost all territories except for France, which remained under German control. However, they commenced operations to liberate France and eventually succeeded in freeing the country from German occupation. By 1945, the Allies had penetrated Germany, and on April 29, Germany surrendered, marking the end of the war in Europe. Tragically, on April 30, 1945, Adolf Hitler and his wife committed suicide. While the war in Europe had come to an end, the conflict continued in the Pacific theater. The United States, fearing heavy casualties in a conventional invasion of Japan, decided to employ atomic bombs. On August 6, 1945, the US dropped an atomic bomb named Little Boy on Hiroshima. 3 days later, on August 9th, they dropped a second atomic bomb called Fat Man on Nagasaki. These devastating bombings resulted in the deaths of over 150,000 people, primarily civilians. Finally, on August 15, 1945, Japan surrendered to the Allies, officially ending the World War II. The war was formally concluded on September 2, 1945, with the signing of the Japanese Instrument of Surrender. Post World War II, a new era emerged, characterized by Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. This geopolitical rivalry lasted until 1991, when the Soviet Union dissolved following its involvement in Afghanistan. The division of Germany was a significant consequence of the war. The eastern part of Germany was under the control of Soviet Union, while the western part was divided between Britain, France, and the United States. A physical manifestation of this division was the Berlin Wall, which separated East and West Berlin. However, in a historic event, the Berlin Wall was demolished in 1990, symbolizing the reunification of Germany. Furthermore, the establishment of the United States Organization took place as a result of the war. The UNO, similar to the League of Nations formed after World War I, aimed to maintain international peace and security. World War II stands as one of the deadliest conflicts in human history, with over 60 million lives lost, predominantly civilian casualties. The war's duration could have been even longer if not for crucial events such as Werner Heisenberg's failure to develop an atomic bomb for Germany and Alan Turing's successful decryption of the Enigma machine, which greatly shortened the conflict by 2 years. These events, along with numerous others, shaped the course of World War II, demonstrating the complex causes, major players, and significant outcomes that continue to resonate throughout history.